Welcome to episode 229. Welcome, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm so wore out this week because, boy, it has been a long and tiring sports week. Lord have mercy. Every day seems like a bombshell dropping. I mean, we got Deshaun Watson news. We got Tom Brady news. We got Julio Jones news. We got Devontae Adams news. We got Freddie Freeman news. We got everybody and their grandmama dropping news this week. Not to mention March Madness has begun this week. Man, I don't know where to begin, but I'm not going to waste any more time because we got to start sometime. Episode 229, it might be one to remember. Let's get it started. We got the whole crew back today. We got Rev, we got Coach, we got your boy Red. Armani may stop through. No telling who might stop through this week. We might even give a Shelby appearance this week. I don't know. We're not talking UGA, so maybe not this week. But anyway, the usual suspects are back, y'all. Episode 229. Let's get it started now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red Rev Sports Show. I'm coming to you live from PA, baby. And Coach and Red are coming to you live from the
ATL.
Shouty. Real sports talk because we are real sports fans who are real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen?
Real sports knowledge.
So hang out with your boys, Red, Rev, Coach, and possibly Armani for episode 229 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our sports custom, we turn our sports attention to the very capable coach to give us something or someone that relates to the numbers 2, 2, and 9. What you got for us, Coach?
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everybody doing? We got a good one today. And of course, I always try to Hall of Famers, find the Hall of Famers and give them love. Today's Hall of Famer was the second pick in his year of his draft. I forgot. I think it was 83, somewhere around that time. But he was an all-pro running back. He played mainly for the Rams, and you all know number 29 in your hearts, Eric Dickerson for 229. Eric
Dickerson. What you got, Brad? You approve?
Yeah. The Ram Ambassador. I approve the Ram Ambassador.
No diggity, no doubt, the Ram Ambassador. All right. Thank you, Coach, for 229. I'm glad to be back. Since I moved, I have more responsibilities, so that's why I haven't been on the show recently, but glad to be back on the show. Thank you, Red and Coach, for holding things down. How you gentlemen doing?
Yeah,
Good.
fine. Yeah, Red. You're looking more like a guest star these days, man. Well, welcome to our show, Red.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be a part of the Red and Coach show featuring Michael Harris. Yeah, man, but I will say this, man. I had a chance to go to the Philadelphia 76ers game, saw Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Luka Doncic last night in Philly, man.
How was that?
The Sixers got a great fan environment, man. It's pretty hot. I mean, they're a little bit more intense fans than Atlanta fans.
Yeah, I believe it. Oh, I believe it. And they probably know what they're talking about, too.
Yeah, because I was listening to some conversations behind me, and you had different people strategizing and just talking about what they needed to do and who needed to be in the game. And I mean, they act like they knew what they were talking about, man. So, you know, it's different being in a different environment, but then also being around fans who are literally engaged with the game throughout the game. You know, Atlanta fans kind of more so if they're on top, they're really excited. You know, they kind of just, it depends on how the game is going.
Hey, come on, Ray, be honest. You know, Atlanta games ain't nothing but a fashion show, man. That's what you really try to say. If team with it, they might pay attention. But if it ain't, trust me, it's enough ladies around and enough distractions to keep you busy.
No doubt about it. That is for sure. That is for sure. Let's just say the crowd in Philadelphia is not as urban as it is. And Atlanta.
You said they're more sports oriented.
They're more sports area. Yeah, we can go with that. All right, man. Let's welcome Reverend Night Nation. Glad to see them. Hadn't seen them in 2 weeks. Let's see who's dropping in. The VP is in the building. Brother Vincent Woods, you're ready to slam down the gavel for yet another session of the Red and Red Sports Show. Let's get it cracking. You got it. And he's up here representing SMU, baby. Good morning to you, Brother Harry. Glad to have you. Joe Black in Jacksonville. What's going on, Brother Joe? Sister Williams has chimed in. Glad to have you. Thank you again for coming to Coatesville for my installation on last week, Sister Williams. Your presence.
Oh, for real? Miss Yvonne came down there?
She came on down. She
came up.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Williams, way to represent.
No doubt about it. The VP said they're intense and they hold the athletes accountable for the most part. Philly fans can be brash and more so on the jerk side, but I get it, Atlanta fans. Man.
Yeah.
All right. Fire session, read the 5 emoji, Rev. All right. Oh, and yeah, man, I love it what Sister Williams did right there. She put all the sports there. That's pretty like it. All right. Let's get down to some Red and Rare Sports Show. Okay, Brother Harry's from the ATL. All right, Brother Harry, representing the ATL. You're in the house. You're in the house. All right, gentlemen, let's get to this as we normally do. Our dope note and coat moments for this week. And let's jump right into it as we've already welcomed Reverend Night Nation. What you doping on, Coach?
My dope moment goes to one Caitlin Clark for our women. She continues to show why she should be considered for the Player of the Year. She had a double-double last night, had 22, and Iowa won their first round game in the women's tournament. Caitlin Clark.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
All right, Redrick, what are you doping on?
Well, since I noped on them earlier for blowing up, I guess I got a dope on them for going down. I'm doping on Zion Williamson for seemed like he's trying to dedicate himself to getting his career back on track. He's lost 24 pounds, so he's dropping the weight, trying to get himself back in shape. So dope, good job, Zion, for losing weight, trying to get yourself back on shape, trying not to be the biggest bust since Greg Oden. I appreciate that. 24 pounds, that's good. Keep working out, baby. Stay away from the donuts, stay away from the spicy foods in New Orleans. You might need a trade, but still, whatever you're doing, stay on that diet. I'm proud of you. We all proud of you. Now we need to see it on the court, but good start.
Oh, yeah.
This morning, I'm going to pull a slight Armani real quickly. I'm not going to go into deep details, but my dope moment goes to Double A, Alex Anthopoulos, getting gangster with Freddie Freeman. And we're going to talk more about that in just a moment.
Really?
You don't let a man try to tell you how to run your franchise and you got gangster and said, I'll show you better than I can tell you. We'll talk more about that in just a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
You sound like you must saw my post, man. That I posted the other day.
I missed it, but I loved it. I love when I saw that trade go. We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna definitely talk about it. I like what he did too.
No doubt about it. Red, what are you noping on?
Well, yeah, I was trying. It's been so many notes this week that got to do with what we talking about. I'm trying to find one. Well, let me pull one from. I'm not gonna give into detail, but I'm noping on these delusional Falcon fans because always jumping the gun when they need to just stop and relax. And once again, they look foolish. When I told them, wait for things to be confirmed, but no, everybody want to be the big person to drop the big time news bomb, and they all got egg on their face, all because they try to be the man. Stop trying to be the man. Let me post the news, okay? Everybody trying to be the first one, and they all wrong. I told y'all, wait for confirmation. Now you understand why. So note to all you delusional, impatient Falcon fans, and I'll explain why later.
All right. I'm gonna pull a slight of money again. I'm noping on the Kentucky Wildcats, getting bounced out.
we got money all way.
Getting bounced out in the first round. That shows us that Coach Cal is more of a recruiter than he is a coach. He's always getting bounced out whenever his talent is not superior. But nevertheless, we'll talk about that in just a moment. So, Coach Cal, you get my note moment. Coach, what are you noping on?
My note moment is a real sad one. ESPN, we lost John Clayton, reporters for ESPN. He was one of the funniest, one of the most informational guys. If you want to know something about football, you ask Johnny Good Times Clayton. But he passed away this week at age 67. I know ESPN did something on him, but that's my note moment, losing Johnny Clayton.
All right, I won't play a soundbite after that, but he was definitely one who was one of the best reporters when it came to NFL. And I know, Red, I did see your post about that commercial that he did. He was like Metallica, like hard, heavy metal. That was a classic one. No doubt about it. All right, I'm coping on the fact that it looks like Matt Ryan is going to be the Falcons quarterback yet another year. They had my hopes up high. I just thought that this man was going to get out of here because we were going to get Deshaun, but Lord have mercy, we're going to have Matt and Ryan one more year where we're not going to make the playoffs. So get ready, Falcons fans. All right, Coach. What do you know? Coping on, sir.
My coat moment goes to Michigan linebacker Mr. Ojabu, who, like I keep telling people, I ain't going to go long, David Ojabu, they said, don't play bowl games because you might get hurt before you go to the pro. Well, he unfortunately suffered a torn Achilles during his pro day, which goes to what I keep saying. You can get hurt anytime if you're a football player. Don't talk about just missing games, but unfortunately, he's going to be out 6 months, which means he's going to miss, I think, a few weeks of the regular season, and hopefully he'll get back and still get picked. I don't know how high he's going to get picked now, but we'll see. So I hope Ojabu can cope with maybe dropping.
All right, Red, round us out. What are you coping
on? Well, not what I'm coping on, more so what I don't have to cope with. I don't have to cope with Sister Jean and her Loyola Chicago team for the rest of the NCAA tournament. Thank you. Hallelujah. The heavens have answered my prayers. Oh, finally, she get put out in the first round, and I don't have to listen to no more of this little story acting like this team finna go all the way and do something. No, you're not going all the way. You didn't go all the way 2 years ago. You didn't go all the way last year, and you got put out the first round this year. So sorry, Sister Jean. Time to go back to the convent. Time for some real players to play now. Bye, Lord, you're Chicago.
Man, why you keep messing with it?
All right, I'm gonna leave her alone, y'all.
Lord have mercy.
You ain't gonna be happy until the Lord strikes you for messing with it.
I gotta mess with her, man. Come on, y'all know me and Sister G got this love-hate relationship. I love her though. She was looking.
All right, let's see what Revenant Nation doping, and coping on. Let's see. Good morning, Sister Veronica. Glad to have you. Thanks so much for watching the Red and Rev Sports Show. And
how you doing, Miss Parrish?
That was one for you, Armani.
See, they still doing it.
Still got that.
Oh, they're gonna be doing that all day on Monday.
Dope St. Peter's Peacocks. Laugh out loud, Coach Cal. Out coached again. Great recruiter.
Yeah.
Horrible coach. Yeah, no doubt about it. Armani said what I told y'all. He's going to be working today. He's going to be part of the nation. Alexis on the Falcons looking like fools over Deshaun Watson and Matt Ryan. Joe Black handled the inning of the Matt Ryan poorly. I don't know. So what do the birds do with ice? Red? You want to answer that question?
Hey, the off season is not over yet. Stay tuned.
So are you in favor of a trade?
What you think, Rhea? Hey, my feelings about the Iceman ain't changed. I wanted them gone 3-4 years ago. Ain't nothing changed. Like you said, I was disappointed because I was expecting something to happen. We talking about it, or we gonna wait till later?
I don't know if the Falcons were one of our topics.
Nope.
Oh no, Deshaun
Yeah,
is.
Deshaun, that's
Yeah,
right.
Deshaun one of the topics. That got the Falcons gonna be one of the topics.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. All right, cool. Vincent, the VP, nope, the Packers rewarding Karen Rodgers for bad diva behavior. Sounds about white. Yeah, it sounds about white. Definitely got rewarded for diva behavior. But he had all the cards in his hands. The man just won another MVP. The team had another good season, even though they fell short very early on in the playoffs. And then they messed up with Jordan Love. They drafted him. He's obviously not ready. And you got a team that's still good. So that's what happened, man. He had all the cards in his hands. And he had teams that wanted him. So, they had to show him the money. And
they better try to trade Jordan Love and get a draft pick or something.
You ain't getting no. What you gonna get? 5th round draft pick for?
You better get something for him, because Jordan Love won't touch that field anytime soon.
Jordan Love gonna be the career backup. That's what he's gonna be. But
Jordan Love is like that car, that real nice car you go to the dealership and buy, and the moment you drive it out the lot, the value go completely down. He was a 1st round draft pick, and like what you say, you probably couldn't even 5th round, 6th round. I know you ain't getting that high for him.
Yeah. Good morning to you, Chris. Because if anybody thought he was a talent, this would be the time to trade for him, especially with Aaron Rodgers just signing up for more years. So those teams, because you still got the Panthers who want a quarterback, you got the Saints who still need a quarterback, the Colts still need a quarterback.
The Falcons.
We still got a quarterback on the payroll.
Man, Falcon really need a quarterback.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But like you say, and I'm telling you, that KC game is what killed him, because he couldn't do anything. He proved to the world that, without Aaron Rodgers, he gave himself no value.
Exactly. The VP getting a little creative with the little raunchiness right there. You can't spell F them brackets with. All right. It's pretty creative. There you go, Sister Williams, talking about her pastime experience. Everyone show love and kindness. The installation, extremely beautiful. God bless you. No assignment in ministry. Thanks so much again, Sister Williams. Brother Vincent said, Red going to have to clean them erasers. That's pretty funny. Sister
Williams, you know she going back in hibernation when her team is eliminated.
Mr. Williams, noping on Pete Carroll's statement, Colin Kaepernick deserves a second shot, but don't know where. He now confirms it's over for Kaepernick. Kaepernick, I mean, he shouldn't come back, because if he falls and is not as good, everybody's going to say, that's why we should have never got him. So, it's just good to just take that money and move on. Sister Williams also coping on NFL's first Black referee, Johnny Greer, dying at 74. Thank you for sharing. Brother Vincent, what Washington Commanders agreed to a 5-year. That's funny. Devontae Adams said, "Aaron, holding my beer." Yeah, that was pretty. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers saw that one coming, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. I want to talk about that.
Pope UGA hiring a coach that was about to be fired by Florida. Wow. We'll talk about that. Vincent Woodruff, extra dope to Alex Ovechkin for moving into 3rd all-time scorers in the NHL behind Gordie Howe and great Wayne Gretzky. Wow.
That was something. Yeah, I like that.
As long as Russell Wilson and Broncos happy, good for them. What will happen to Teddy Bridgewater? That's a good question. And
he signed with somebody. Miami, that's right.
Kelly Kell, what's going on? Thanks for stopping through real quick. All right. Let's jump on this thing real quickly, man. We know it's March Madness, man. It's that basketball time. So I just crank it up so we can set the tone for this segment. You know how we do it, basketball. Here we go. That's what we're talking NCAA basketball. And as we talk NCAA basketball, I want to just put it to my fellow co-hosts. Let's ask this question. What has been your biggest surprise so far? Who wants that first?
Let's see. Well, I guess besides Kentucky getting eliminated, it really haven't been too many upsets. I mean, you got I think Richmond beat Iowa. The Peacocks beat Kentucky, but for the most part, most of the favorites been taking care of business.
Well, you got a couple more upsets.
You got New Mexico State with the
Alabama got beat.
Yeah, that's right. I know Alabama. Right, Alabama did get beat.
Yeah, that was an upset right there. So, Coach, you got any big surprises?
Well, New Mexico State won, which was a shocker. Those 12 seeds, every year look like the 12 seeds managed to do that damage no matter what. So if you a 5 seed, you should be automatically scared once you get in the tournament because every year a 12 is gonna beat a 5. It looks like it's been happening for the last 10 years. The 12s always win. And I'm looking at Chattanooga. Chattanooga could have put out one of the bigger upsets, but they just missed those shots down the stretch, and they lost by 1. They had the game. And Georgia State, talking about a tale of different halves. Oh my gosh, they were down by 2
They showed me something early on.
Well, Georgia State actually played an excellent game, to be honest. They just didn't have any size. Their size got in foul trouble, and one of their top big men got hurt. And they didn't have anybody. They had to play some walk-on from Taiwan. That's how bad things got. And then once they had to start going deep into the bench because of foul trouble, they didn't have a chance. But the first 33 minutes, it was a game.
I know. Yeah. They had me. I was about to post something. I said, let me wait. I ain't want to get ahead of myself. It was still the first half, And
I would have really liked if Georgia had held tight before they hired their coach and looked at this guy at Georgia State, man, because he's had 2 impressive years so far. And he obviously has, a good program. And then on his staff at Georgia State, he got a former Georgia player who went to the NBA, Jarvis Hayes. So that would have been a great move if they had gotten him.
Say it again.
That would have been a great move, man, but I don't know. But
Jarvis Hayes on Georgia State staff?
Yep. Yep. I actually coached him when he was in high school at a basketball camp. But we got some other upsets. New Mexico State took out UConn. You got that was a 12-5. Richmond took out Iowa. That was a 12-5 right there. And then you had, and I don't really look at this as an upset. These are Thursday upsets. Michigan, who was at seeded 11th, beat Colorado State. That's not really upset.
I took Michigan all the way in that game. I was kind of surprised they were down, but when they came back, I wasn't shocked. I thought Michigan was the better team in that game.
Yeah. Then you had on Friday, Miami took out USC in a 10-7 matchup. Then you have number 6, Texas beat the ACC champion, Virginia Tech. And then you already mentioned Illinois won in a nail-biter against Chattanooga. And then Coach K took care of Cal State Fullerton. You got Iowa State. I actually know one of the players on Iowa State's father in South Carolina. They beat LSU, SEC school. Iowa State is 11th seed. LSU was a 6th seed. And that was really the last big upset. Michigan State squeezed by Davidson. Davidson had it. Michigan State. They had enough at the end to propel them to victory. So going into the second round, which starts today, what do you all see as the most intriguing matchups, or what are you looking for?
Oh, I tell you one right here. Michigan and Tennessee. I like that. Definitely a matchup to look at. Both of those teams both of those teams, they play hard and tough. They're gonna take you all the way to the end. Just from what I've been seeing with Tennessee basketball. I mean, I've not that I'm a big expert from. I mean, I'm asking coach. I mean, don't Tennessee play hard all the way through?
Yeah.
I mean, you
Tennessee
can't take your eye off
well.
them. And I know Michigan. I know Juwan gonna have his boys ready. So what's that? 5-15? Yeah, I think I might check that one out right there. Michigan and Tennessee,
Yeah.
Baylor, North Carolina. That might be a good one too.
Okay, hold on right quick. We got to pause the show real quickly because I just read something on the chat that's noteworthy. We got to show some love to the birthday girl, man.
Who?
Kelly?
Oh,
Kelly's birthday!
happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Kel! Got to show you some love.
Happy
Kelly
birthday!
Kel. One of Jackson State's finest. One of the best Atlanta public school teachers there are, who holds down the David T. Howard Orchestra. Happy birthday, Kelly Kel. May God continue to bless you with many more years of life, health, and strength. All right. Kelly Kel, happy birthday, and happy birthday. All right. Coach, anything you're looking forward to? Round 2?
Well, Red said one game, Carolina and Baylor. If Carolina plays like they did the first night, Baylor may be in a bit of an upset trouble being the number 1 seed. They may be in serious trouble if Carolina play like that. And here's a game that not a lot of people gonna talk about, but it's gonna be interesting.
I think you're about to say it, Coach.
Memphis and Gonzaga. Memphis gets the best player in the country that was coming in, Imani Bates, back. So I don't. And they got some good shooters. So if they can shoot with Gonzaga, they might sneak and make it a game. I don't know if it's gonna be an upset, but they might make it a game. And one more game, that same St. Peter Peacocks playing Murray State. That could be intriguing as well.
Yeah, Coach, you on. Well, you one more I thought you were gonna mention, but it's tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Oh, it's tomorrow. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Duke, Michigan State.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
those games, the ones Coach mentioned, and Duke and Michigan State, all those games are gonna be intriguing.
Coach K trying to see how far he can go.
You don't think so, real?
No, I'm sorry. I was reading Vince's comment, and I have to correct him real quickly. I think Brother 50 Cent had one too. It's your birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Brother 50 Cent would say I object to what you just said, Brother VP. Can't remember you. I'll cue it up. But go ahead. Excuse me for interrupting sports talk for birthday talk. My bad.
Yeah.
No, but I like the Memphis and Gonzaga match. I didn't know Penny was playing Gonzaga. Man, I think Gonzaga better watch out for that one now. And like the Michigan Duke game tomorrow at 5:15, that's gonna be an intriguing one. St. Peter's and Murray State, because Murray State, them some ballers, boy. That first game was pretty raw. So yeah, I like those matchups right there. Okay, so man, them two come on tonight too. Hey, that's it. See, only time you get excited about college basketball in March.
Now,
come on, Brother VP. You gotta give it up. That's a pretty hot song right there.
Uh-oh.
Come on now. Come on, Brother VP. You must be hating on Brother Curtis. He must have done something to you. All right. Let's get back on task.
Did you know out of the 17.5 million brackets that filled out, there are still 161 perfect brackets?
Really?
Yep, still 161. I guess that
You said perfect bracket?
You read you can get from 161
out of 17.5 million.
Okay, wow, that's interesting, man.
Well, he said perfect.
Yeah, perfect. They hadn't lost the game yet.
Man, so they took St. Peter's over Kentucky. Oh, lucky.
The St. Peter's
So it
fan.
must be, it must be all the folk who in St. Peter's got perfect brackets.
You know what I think? I think somebody got that book from Back to the Future too. That's what I think.
All right, Joe. We'll have some more NCAA tournament talk next week because it'll be down to the elite.
Yeah, me and Rev will be faking the funk more next week.
No doubt about it, because I had watched one game all the way through. That's how inspired I am about NCAA. All right, man. Let's get it right here, man. Let's talk some baseball, man. Let's talk some baseball, man. Here we go. Red, I'm really looking forward to your take, man, because you were very staunch about keeping Freddie Freeman. And we learned that come Monday, AA obviously didn't read any of your posts. He did not think too much about Freddie remaining an Atlanta Brave.
Well, had I known what I know, I completely understand why he didn't pay attention, real.
And I mean, well, I'll let you go ahead and talk more about it because I'll fill in any blanks if you missed anything. But go ahead. What'd you find out?
Okay. All right. Well, you all know how badly I wanted Freddie to return to the Braves. I just felt like we groomed the guy, we raised the guy. I mean, we finally get the team together. We finally get a championship. And after that, he decides to leave. And, you know, I know he's a free agent. I know the Braves had plenty of chances to sign him and whatnot. But, you know, sometimes that's just how the cookie goes. But the thing about the Freddie Freeman saga is what's baffling me is I'm not even upset about it anymore. And I'll tell you why. Because Freddie Freeman and his representatives, I think they have lost their freaking mind. And Freddie Freeman, you're not getting a pass for this either. Okay, first of all, dude, you knew the offer the Braves had. The Braves made you the offer long before the lockout even started, man. Okay, so you had a whole month and whatnot during the lockout to ponder whatever the man. Why am I coughing this morning? Anyway, I gotta stop saving my energy for this. Anyway, you had all the lockout to ponder the offer the Braves gave you, dude. Okay, so once the lockout was over with, you knew time was gonna be of essence. Okay, I mean, game's about to start. So, of course, once the lockout ends, Freddie Freeman still debating, still taking his petty little time. Well, hey, Alex Anthopoulos is not that type of GM. He is definitely a Braves type of GM, man. They're going to do what they got to do. Either you're with them or not. They're not going to waste time. They're not going to hold the fort. Either you're with them or they're going to move on. That's how they do business. So Freddie Freeman and his representatives decided they were going to issue an ultimatum to one young Alex Anthopoulos, the man who just won the World Series by making aggressive, big-time moves. Freddie Freeman and his representatives decided to call Alex and say, look here, Alex, we got 2 deals for you, a 6-year deal and a 5-year deal. And you take it or leave it. And Alex told him, well, not only am I going to leave that deal, you know the deal I offered you before, I'm taking that one away. So leave your deal. No, he said, F your deal, and I'm taking my deal back, sucker. Okay?
Don't you? And then get another player. not only did he take the deal, but then he made a deal that didn't happen to be inclusive of Freddie Freeman. Yeah. That's how gangster AA was.
Yeah, and pretty much, yeah.
And then on top of that, signed him to an extension.
Woo, yeah. Hey, dude, I got a backup plan. And he executed his backup plan, man. I didn't know Alex had it in him, man. And once I found all that out, it's like I I'm cool with it. Now I'm cool with Matt Olson. He's an Atlanta boy. I read his numbers. They're good enough. They decent enough to and put them right in our lineup with everybody else we got. We shouldn't really miss that much of a beat. So Freddie, you want to go take your little 6 year, $162 million from the Dodgers? Go right ahead. I told you what Real was probably alluding to earlier. I told you not to be fixated on that stupid 6 year. I told you. I said, Freddie, don't worry about the 6 year. Just take the 5 year deal. You know how the Braves are. We'll take care of you. We'll take care. We always take care of our people, man. You already know, had Freddie outplayed the deal in the first 3 or 4 years, they would have renegotiated another year or two, like they do everybody. So why was he so fixated on getting that 6 year? And then I got to hear him talking about how crushed he is this week. Crushed? Oh, you ain't crushed, man. Don't give me that crushed. If you really wanted to return to the Braves, you would have hurried up and made a decision right after the lockout. You would have told your agents, don't go confront my GM and get gangster with it, because he'll get gangster back with you. Okay? So whatever you was trying to get, Freddie, you didn't communicate nothing to Alex. You didn't communicate nothing to your team, because they completely blew it for your side. So, and a lot of people are saying that you missed the bag because that deal that you took with the Dodgers, a lot of folks saying it's really not that good, no matter what the numbers look like. So congratulations, Freddie. If you wanted to go back home, you're back home. You could have left a legacy down here in Atlanta, but you and your people decided to get gangster. So I appreciate everything you brought to the city, Freddie. But we're moving on. We got your replacement. Hope you have fun in LA, and just know my Braves are coming for you and your little blue men starting next week. Well, starting in April.
Well, I love the move, and I'm gonna get the coach in just a minute because Matt Olson's younger and cheaper.
Yeah.
And also puts up comparable numbers to Freddie Freeman. He doesn't hit with the same kind of average, but the power numbers and RBI numbers are right there with Freddie Freeman.
He hit more homers than Freddie.
Plus, Double-A plays chess, and we've seen this now for 2 years. He orchestrated trades to put them in contention where they lost in the NLCS to the Dodgers 2 years ago. They win the World Series last year. And this dude is always thinking ahead. And one of the things I know that he was thinking about, he was probably also computing within this time frame for Freddie Freeman's contract. I also got to look at those young studs we got to re-sign at some point. Ronald Acuna, we need some money to get that man 40-some-odd million or whatever it's going to take. Then also, Albi's coming down the line. So we got to save money for those two guys who are going to be Atlanta Braves, hopefully, for the next decade. So he was thinking long-term, not short-term. And even with the DH, you can't pay Freddie that kind of money because we don't see too many players who play at that kind of level that Freddie's been playing the past 2 years at age 37, at age 38. So that's why I trusted Double-A from the get-go. And I said it, if Double-A is not with it, I don't have any objections because that man has proven himself over and over again. So Double-A, once again, I dope on you, bro. Coach, jump in right quick. Coach hadn't said anything yet, Brad. Then you come back. What's your thoughts, Coach?
I got to use one of my words, and because I saw Freddie Freeman talking about he wasn't informed about a lot of stuff. He didn't know about a lot of stuff. And he felt hurt by him not being offered a better. I'm being talked to more about a Braves. First thing I'm gonna say is what? How you figure you didn't get talked to enough, Freddie? They told you what they wanted to give you. What more you need? You need them to break it down into some cliff notes or something? They told you what they were gonna give you, and you sat there and you think like, I like going home. I'm at home. Los Angeles is my home and everything. You bought a house out there and everything. So Freddie, I can't get on you for that. When you come back, Freddie, to Atlanta, they ought to give you a standing ovation the first time you come to the plate for all that you did. After that, it's baseball. It's time to start. It's baseball then. They give you a standing ovation. Now let's play ball. Let's play ball after that.
Boo! After that first time, I'm gonna clap. After that, every time I see you in that Dodger uniform, I told you, Freddie, I'm gonna be hating. I'm gonna clap for you when you get your ring. Clap, clap, clap. But after that, it is hating time. Now, Red, what I wanted to say after that, I wanted to piggyback on what you said. Even Chipper Jones warned him how
That's what I'm
Alex
about to say.
was.
I read that article. Yep.
Yeah. Chipper warned him, and Freddie, obviously, when Chipper Jones warned you, Freddie, you need to listen because obviously you found out the hard way. I mean, Freddie, you should have known. You've been here. How long? You've been seeing how the Braves do. You really thought the Braves were going to baby you. You thought Alex was going to baby you. Man, please, you should know. You should see how we be doing business, Freddie. We are a team. It's not all about one person, Freddie. You're not gonna, act like, I'm just saying, you're not gonna break the bank and just, you're a very important piece. You're a very important piece of our World Series team. But bottom line, you should have listened to Chipper Jones.
No doubt about it. Chipper said you're playing with danger, Freddie. I read the article. And when Chipper gave him that warning, I think Freddie Freeman thought because he helped bring this World Series that he just had a certain level of cachet here in Atlanta. And Double A said, nah, bro, I'm the one who brought this chip, not you. I'm the one who orchestrated this team, not you. You better get in where you fit in. Go ahead, Coach.
Real and all that extra stuff, but I like it though.
Did y'all see what they posted on TV? I think ESPN did it. They posted the Dodgers lineup with Freddie Freeman in and show how potent it was. What you think about the Braves lineup? You think they gonna fall off? Look at that lineup.
And they supposed to forgot about Ozuna coming back.
Acuna coming back. You got
Ozuna too, even though he had them issues.
Rosario, Albis, Duval, all that's coming back. Well, why you thinking they gonna fall
now
off?
If we get Soler back, that's the bat I want back. That's the bat I want back.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Like I really love his bat. I mean that power, and if you bring Acuna with Soler, oh my goodness, let them get 1 and 2. Woo!
Look at the middle of that lineup though. Acuna, Duval, and Soler. All that in there.
Then you got the catcher,
Austin Riley.
What's the catcher's name?
Darno,
yeah. I mean, the Braves just is loaded. It's gonna come down to pitching, and I like the Braves pitching better than I do like the Dodgers.
Yeah, the Braves unloaded up that bullpen. I'm impressed with that. That bull. I keep forgetting we got Kirby Yates too. Kirby Yates, Kelly Jensen, Will Smith, Tyler Matzek, Colin McHugh. Man, who?
What's the guy everybody hate? Luke Jackson?
Oh yeah, Luke Jackson. Hey, Luke got a ring now. He can talk a little bit.
No doubt. No doubt. Go ahead, Coach.
Quietly, did y'all? Oh yeah, we forgot this real quietly. Jock Peterson went to San Francisco. Real quietly. They nobody even talking about that. They said Jock Peterson signed with San Francisco. Like, okay.
Hey, he helped us out. I'm glad he didn't go back to the Dodgers.
No doubt about it. All right, gentlemen. Let me just say. So, do you think, as presently constituted, the Braves are better now than they were when they won the World Series?
Well, they got to sign Soler. When he signed, they can hurt somebody. And then like Ray said, your pitching is good, except the Achilles man, Mike Soroka, who they don't know what they're gonna do with him because he's still not ready.
I think we got enough to wait on Soroka because Kyle Wright showed us a little something last year. That Jim he pitched in the World Series. We still got Ian. We still got Max. Charlie. Not sure. I hope he'll be ready for the beginning of the season. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay with the lineup, with the rotation.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coach.
And I'm gonna tell you a name to watch for going into the middle of the season. Michael Harris. Your name. He's
Oh,
I know his family. I know him. He's a good young kid. Came
Hold
out
on,
of
coach.
Stockbridge.
Hold on, coach. Hold on. And the kid is not my son. All right, go ahead.
Coach, you just said you know his family, don't you?
Yeah, I know his family. I know all of them. And that kid has come up, and they talking about him. He came in the game the other night, pinch hitting base hit, stole a base, scored a run. He's gonna be one they may be thinking about bringing up toward the middle of the season.
Now, the only thing is, if they bring that kid up, then that means either Ozuna or Soler got to go.
Well, not maybe they. I don't know if you're gonna keep Ozuna. I'm serious.
Well, it looks like they're going to keep him. It looks like they're going to keep him. He made this passionate apology. It looks like he's going to all
And if
over.
he come out raking, we keeping him. We trying to win another ring. It's about winning right now.
The problem the Braves find themselves in is that Ozuna and Soler are not the best outfielders. That's the big problem. So you got Acuna, Rosario, and then you also have Duvall.
You probably gonna have to bring up Drew Waters too.
So there may be the possibility that Soler is going to walk if they can't get rid of Ozuna. I'd rather have Soler than Ozuna.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, personally, yeah. If you have to choose one, I'd rather have Soler.
Yeah,
Ozuna didn't help us win a World Series.
Yeah, so Soler, man, he got that power, and I love his bat, man. You know, Ozuna, his bat is okay, but Soler got that just raw.
It's so quick, like woo.
Yeah. And
he's intimidating.
He strokes base hits, and I tell Soler, if I would tell him, if y'all can't find my ball, y'all gotta sign me. That last one again. If y'all can't sign me.
Soler is kind of like what you think about this, Reverend Coach? Soler, the way he stands up at the plate and just have his back shaking that intimidation, don't they remind you kind of like a Gary Sheffield? Like, woo, had that back shaker. Come on.
Yeah, Gary Sheffield, Jose Canseco, all them cats like that. You shake, I mean, they just intimidating factors. And I mean, Soler got those guns on.
Yeah.
Built, man. So if he tapped on that thing's gonna take a ride. So it's gonna be interesting, man. If he doesn't sign with the Braves, I hope he signs in the AL somewhere. Because I would go against him, especially if he goes to a contender. But
I heard the Padres wanted him.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, and it's between. From what I heard, it was between the Braves and the Padres. But with that Deshaun Watson, we can't go by what we hear. Some other team might come out the blue and offer him
exactly.
all the money in the world.
I'll say this: the baseball sites are a little bit more credible than all these millions of phony football sites out there. I mean, we got so many phony football sites; it's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna pause right there because that ends the first halftime music. Because y'all know how we do it. Let's do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we talked March Madness. We talked Freddie Freeman. We talked Atlanta Braves. We got 5 for 5 coming. Got some hot topics. A lot of football coming because there was a lot of football that went down the pipe. So we'll be right back with some more Ready Ref sports show featuring Coach with the second half coming your way. And we'll be right back. And we are back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And we're so glad everybody chimed in. Sister Williams, you won't believe I'm still resting right down in her bed. Had such a good time last week. She felt like royalty. I've been bragging to everyone I talked to so far, showing off the wall we put together. Beautiful installation service program. Thanks so much, Sister Williams. Glad you're able to get some rest and glad that you were able to speak glowingly about your experience last week as you hung out with me. Sister Kelly Nicole, I need for everyone to root for Jackson State's women's basketball team in the NCAA tournament today against Kim Malerkey and LSU Gold Tigers. I just need Jackson State's women's team to have a better performance than Howard. That was embarrassing. The Howard's girls team only put up 4 points in the first half.
Oh my God.
Against South Carolina. I mean, granted it's against South Carolina, but you got to have somebody who's playing D1 basketball who score more than 4 points in 20 minutes.
What did that coach have to say about that?
Real, somebody actually talked about South Carolina, talking about they got to play better. They only shot 35% from the field. Don't you think they were breaking them shots on purpose? Come on now. They weren't trying to keep. They could have scored 100 on Howard.
Yeah.
Seriously now.
Yeah, it was definitely pitiful. Our game is not going to be like, all right, I'm holding that to you, Kelly, because I'm telling you now, if they don't have a better performance, the girls will get my note moment this week.
One thing about it, Rev, Jackson State finished undefeated in conference play, so they got a team. They got a capable team. How that translates to today remains to be seen.
All right, well, we look forward. I hope. I mean, it won't take much for Jackson State's women to have a better showing than Howard's women, but we'll see what they do.
Are the Georgia women still alive?
Georgia's women won their first round matchup, and I think Georgia Tech's women lost.
I love it. UGA got a nice coach.
I know what you mean by nice, so we're gonna practice.
I figured you would. I figured that's all I would have to say.
Yeah. She's definitely a great flower to look at. No doubt about it. Let's do it, man. You know how we do this 5 for 5 action. And we got 5 topics. And they range from basketball to football.
I don't hear it, Real. You're going to get...
I got you, Red.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
You hear it?
There we go.
I got you.
I felt like a mime over here.
All right, gentlemen. Let's go to the first hot topic, 5 for 5. Y'all know how we get down. Each panelist will get about, since Armani's not doing it, both of y'all get 1 minute. We'll go through the fans, talk about them. We'll leave 2 minutes for discussion. All right? Here we go, gentlemen. Mike White, hired as a new Georgia coach. Brother Black alluded to the fact that he was coaching Florida. He was about to get fired. What say you, Red? What you got?
Well, that's a little piece of information I didn't know going in. I mean, Lord, I was going to give him a little props, but now he's about to get fired. Now we are saving him from embarrassment. Man, I'm not so sure. I'm just trying, like I was asking Coach on Monday last week, what is it going to take for UGA to get back, get a competitive basketball team again? I mean, you got Alabama, LSU, Kentucky, Florida, all these other powerhouses in the SEC can get a competitive basketball program, but all we got is football, and that's it. Well, we need to figure it out, and we need to figure it out soon. I hope Mike White is the answer, but if not, bounce him up out there and get a coach who actually knows what he's doing, because I'm tired of my UGA basketball program just being obsolete and non-existent when basketball time comes.
Coach, what you got on this topic?
I'm kind of lukewarm about it. I thought they were going to go with a former player. When you were talking about Jarvis Hayes, that's who I thought they were going to go with, who knows the program and who knows what's in there. And I thought they would give him a shot, but they went with Mike White. So I guess we'll see. So after 3 years, we'll know what's going on with him as well. If he can coach or because Georgia's losing everybody to other schools in basketball. The Georgia talent is not staying here, so they got to find somebody to keep the talent in house.
All right, let's see what the Reverenites have to say real quickly. What about Kentucky's women? Okay, well, we'll get to
They
that.
play today. They play today.
Why UGA didn't hire Ron Hunter? Ron Hunter kind of took himself out of the hunt, no pun intended, when he left Georgia State to go to Tulane. I think that would have been a natural progression had he stayed at Georgia State. Then that would have been a great hire for Georgia. But Brother Hunter said, I'm going to Tulane. And Tulane hadn't really done that much these past 2 years since he's been there. So he kind of hurt himself. Going there. But UGA, let's see. UGA is about football and is never going to have a competitive basketball program. It has had its moments. Jim Harrick had a competitive team for a minute.
Yeah,
Tubby Smith. That's how he got to Kentucky because of the 2 years Georgia had. Now, I think it's going to be harder because Georgia has not flourished in getting multiple one and dones in a given year and in consecutive years. And that's what's really problematic for them. They don't have the basketball cachet to really thrive in this one-on-one or one and done rather environment. And I think that's where Coach Crean struggled because Coach Crean did a good job for a few years at Indiana. His best success came at Marquette. And the thing where he was really good was building a team, but we're no longer in the building a team era because now with the transfer portal, you pretty much got to be good one-year coaches because that's pretty much what you have. Either you got to get the one and done or you got to get the kid that's transferring in the transfer portal. And that's not where UGA thrives right now. And really, a lot of college programs are going to struggle because it's hard to build a team in 1 year. As we see with Coach Cal, he gets the best players every year or amongst the best players, but continues to fall short. So it's going to be really interesting. Really interesting. All right. Anybody got any closing comments about that?
No, let him go. Nope.
All right. On to the next one. Here we go. John Collins, injury prone. Coach, we're going to start with you. What you got? What you got?
If Atlanta is to be somewhat successful, John Collins, you got to stay healthy, my brother. You could be on the cutting block within a few days. You never know, or at the end of the season, because you can't stay healthy. You got foot hurt, hand hurt. I don't know what else. Fingernails. I don't know what else you got. You just getting hurt too much, and they need you down there. So you got to get healthy, John Collins.
Red, what you got?
Yeah, John, you got to get healthy, man. You got to get healthy so we can trade your butt, man. Hell, you are just messing up our plans, dude. Okay, like I said earlier this week, it's becoming blatantly clear that John Collins is not the number 2 player on a ring team, championship team. Maybe he'd be a number 3, but a number 2 player, he is not the help that Trae Young needs to get to the next level. I'm sorry, I see it now. And it's amazing all these injuries are starting to come up after you don't sign your little deal. But I'm sorry. If I'm Travis, I'm still looking to move you in the offseason. Trade John Collins is my motto for next offseason. I just don't think you can help Trae Young or my Hawks get the ring that I seek, man. I appreciate everything you've done, but if we can trade you for another valuable piece or a piece to come here and help Trae get to the next level, I'm all with that. Put John in the package, get him out of here for another guy that can help Trae Young. Damn.
I think the Hawks have mismanaged this roster.
Oh, God. That's the last thing I want to hear.
They mismanaged the roster. I mean, Cam Reddish was arguably the best piece after Trae Young because he had the most upside. And you get Kevin Knox in return. See, they went and got the player that they wanted to, I guess, help win the new Atlanta. When they signed Kevin Herter, that was a signing to embrace new Atlanta, to give somebody for them to cheer, give them somebody to cheer for. And Cam Reddish was a sacrificial lamb because of new Atlanta. And we could sure use Cam Reddish, even though he's on the shelf for the rest of the year in New York. But the Joker can create his own shot. And you get somebody with Trae Young, and then you put Cam Reddish on the other side. If Cam were a starter, he could have flourished now that he figured out some things for himself. But the Hawks don't really have a lot of upside because they paid too much money for John Collins. They saw enough when Trae Young was not in the lineup to show that John Collins is too Trae Young dependent in order to be effective. His best games are when Trae Young is present. If Trae gets hurt, he can't move the team. He can't be that go-to guy. And that's why you can't pay somebody that kind of money to be able just to catch alley-oops or to hit open threes when Trae Young creates everything. So I think the Hawks have mismanaged their roster big time. Any closing comment?
I'm hoping maybe they can rectify it or do something to tune it up or something. You're right, because they got to fix what they mismanaged if they plan to take this team to the next level, because you only have a few more years from Trae before you might be looking elsewhere to play.
Well, Trae Young is locked in kind of a long time, so I don't necessarily see they have to worry about raising the cane anytime soon because he got that big old extension. So Trae will be in the saddle. He may be disgruntled, but he can't force his way out because there's too much money on the table. Yeah. All right, gentlemen, let's move on. I think we move into football now. Julio Jones is released by the Tennessee Titans. What say you, Red?
Who didn't see this coming, man? I mean, look, I keep telling you guys, when my Falcons let you go, when you leave us, you are done. You don't have much left. And we told y'all, I told you, Julio wasn't going to do nothing when he went to Tennessee. He wasn't going to have a 1,000-yard season. And it was an injury-plagued season, which he barely did anything to contribute to their playoff run. Now, a year later, he don't even have a team. He's unemployed. That's how it works. When you want out, you see how green the grass is on the other side, Julio. You could have stayed with us. No way we would have cut you like that. It would have been a while before we cut you. You could have stayed on, been hurt every week, and just had a good time in Atlanta. But no, you want. But I understand. You felt Matt Ryan wanted a quarterback for you. Well, neither was Ryan Tannehill. So, I mean, if you went with Ryan Tannehill, you might as well stay with Matt Ryan. But anyway, you find out what a real world the NFL really is now. So we'll see what happens. Your career might be over with. If somebody can convince, maybe I heard Tom Brady trying to pick you up, but we'll see. If not, it might be time to hang them up, and we'll see you in Canton in 5 years when I'll start cheering for you again. But in the meantime, I'm hating.
Go!
Well, Julio, I'm just going to give you one bit of advice. I know Tom Brady is your question, but I'm just going to say it. It's going to be funny when I say it. Juju has left the Steelers. James Washington has left the Steelers. Julio, you can try to revive your career in Pittsburgh, my brother. Come on in Pittsburgh, Julio. We got a slot position for you, baby. Come on in there and see what you got left. We'll bring you in for the cheap sheet.
Julio, I got a move for you, Julio. He's going to move Brother Schuster made in Pittsburgh. That same roster could probably use you to revive your career. Come on to Kansas City with Juju shooting. Run with Travis Kelce. Run with Brother Hill. Come on, we got room for you, Julio. Come on to Kansas City. They got some good barbecue waiting for you at Gates Barbecue. So come on down if the price is right in Kansas City. As a matter of fact, Michael Jackson got some inspiration with you along with his brothers. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Come on, come on, come on, Julio. We got room for you. We got room for you, bro.
Real, are you done?
I'm done.
Oh God, Lord have mercy. If Julio go to Kansas City, well, I know he'll make one person happy. What y'all think he gonna end up for real though?
Well, they said Tom is courting him real good. So he might be in Tampa Bay, and that might be a move to get back at the Falcons. So don't be surprised. I think now that he's a free agent and can determine where he wants to go, I see him going to a team that has a great quarterback. Because
Oh, yeah, different. Green Bay.
Ryan Tannehill, he is who he is.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan is who he is. So I think he might go to Tampa Bay.
What about Denver? Anybody for Denver?
They got young.
I think they kind of loaded at wide receiver in in Denver. So I can see Green Bay. I can see
Pittsburgh.
No, man, he ain't getting excited about catching passes from Mitch Trubisky.
Right, I'm just about to say, Mitch Trubisky, man. Come on, coach. He got to prove himself first.
This is a revival tour for Mitch Trubisky. He bringing his career back.
What about Buffalo? No, I don't see him going up in the cold, though.
No. He can't thrive.
Because he got to go to a warmer climate.
Yeah. Chargers? What about the Chargers?
I see that, but they loaded, man.
Yeah, they just signed Mike Williams to a deal.
You got Mike Williams, and you got your other guy on the other end. What's his name?
Raiders? Could he go to the Raiders?
They're loaded too. They got Devontae Adams. They got the tight end Waller.
Yeah,
they're loaded, man. Tampa Bay, because Godwin can play the slot. Got Mike Evans. Then you can put Julio on the other side.
He might have to come back to Atlanta.
I wouldn't come back. Well, I
would, but they offer him a deal.
The only way I would come back to Atlanta is if I know I'm like really damaged goods and I just want to finish my career in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I can see, especially with Matt Ryan still being the quarterback.
Well, yeah. Vince got a point. Yeah, what anybody for Cleveland with Watson and Armani Cooper?
Well, Jarvis Landry is out, so
yeah,
that's a possible station for him. So
we'll see how healthy he is first, because if he ain't that healthy, teams ain't gonna really be taking too much of a chance. But we'll see if he can trick a team to give him some more money. Personally, I think he need to hang it up.
Well, we'll see. All right, now Devontae Adams gets traded to the Raiders. What say you, Coach?
Man, Aaron Rodgers caused that trade because Aaron Rodgers, instead of saying we're gonna get Devontae money from not the same money, but good money, Aaron Rodgers went for the bag, his own bag, and Devontae said, "Well, dog, you going for the bag? What about me? What about your boy?" And then it didn't help that Derek Carr and Devontae played together in college. So Aaron Rodgers, you lost your boy. And all that foolishness about you not coming back or y'all coming back, you not coming back. He don't know if you're going to be there long term. So he said, hey, they paying me good money. I'm gone.
Red.
I think Aaron Rodgers just played himself. And I think he's full of it too. I don't believe for 1 second that he knew a Devontae Adams deal was going down when he came back to Green Bay. If he did, why? As much as he talks about how much he loves Devontae Adams and that's his go-to guy, why in the world would you be enthusiastic about coming back to Green Bay if you knew Devontae Adams was on his way out? So I don't believe that none whatsoever. I believe Green Bay told you they was gonna work out a deal with you, and they're gonna do everything they can to work out a deal with Adams. They're gonna do everything they can to work out a deal with Adams. But anyway, Adams had his own plans. He said, "Look, I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of the Skeet Rogers fiasco every year. Can you work out a trade? If you can, I'm gone. Okay, you can. I'm out the door. See you when I see you. Bye." And that's what happened.
All right, Devontae, let's see if we got anybody. Oh, that's from the last one. I don't even really know if Aaron Rodgers really cared about Devontae getting re-signed, to be honest.
You don't think so?
If you sign him for $50 million and you get salary cap, and you know your main wide receiver needs to get his money, and you already know Devontae probably let it be known that he wasn't going to play on the franchise tag, then that lets you know that Aaron might have been like, I'm getting all that I can get.
Okay. Well, then, yeah. I guess it don't matter to him then. But.
So be it, but at least I got paid. That's how I look at it, because if you're really trying to win, you're trying to keep Devontae, you can make 40 and put 10 more million there for Devontae.
Yeah.
His thing. So I don't really think Aaron Rodgers was concerned about Devontae. I think he was just more so concerned about making sure that Green Bay bowed at his altar. And I think that's the main thing, because Aaron Rodgers is a peculiar guy. I think he's about himself at the end of the day, and he's about proving people wrong. And I think he wants to stay in Green Bay so that he can be considered the best quarterback ever at Green Bay. And, and then he'll be a career Green Bay player. So I think that's more important to him than actually.
Wow. And does he get another one of these? Like I say, I think he may have cost himself a chance. Because unless another go-to guy gonna emerge, I think him and Devontae Adams was a good connection. It's hard to get that connection with just anybody. So we'll see. We'll see if you really demand Aaron Rodgers, if you can just make a go-to guy to anybody, because you're gonna have to if Green Bay got a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
He has had some good wide receivers over the year before Devontae Adams. You had Greg Jennings. You had what was the white guy's name that he had?
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson.
The guy he couldn't play without.
Yeah. So like
I say, you're gonna have to find another one of those in the rough.
Because Devontae had taken that thing to another level. They could have been all-time greatest combos. There's no doubt about it. But Aaron has not been restricted to just being a great quarterback because of one wide receiver. He's been great, all across the board. So, because of his arm talent, his accuracy, still mobile, I think he's going to do well with, some competent wide receivers. So I think Aaron believes in himself that he can get the job done and raise somebody else up as he raised Devontae Adams. Because remember, Devontae Adams 30 years old. And that means he's been in the league for a minute.
Oh, wow.
It's just recently that he's ascended these past 3-4 years.
Yeah, I ain't know he was that old.
Yeah. All right, bro, Vince, at the end of the day, you're supposed to be about yourself. This is a business. Also, a speak folding every year. Adams needed a new environment. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Last topic. And it's about Odell Beckham. Not signed. What say you, Rick?
Well, that's gonna be a curious case because he's coming off a torn ACL. So, I'm kind of curious of what team's gonna be looking at him. But personally, I wouldn't even look to pick him up until later in the year. I doubt any team pick him up right now because he's gonna be really not used to you right now. But now later in the year, when we get to the midpoint of the season or close to the last quarter of the season, he might be available and he might be able to contribute. I had my Falcons got Deshaun Watson. He's the guy I probably would have looked at like later on down the line, but without a good quarterback, I ain't no way he coming here. So Falcon, you can forget Odell. Now I'm just worried about what team will have a chance with him. Whatever team need a receiver later in the year is probably gonna be the team he go to again. He'll probably get a Rams first deals, but with them signing Allen Robinson, and if they get Robert Woods back in the fold with Woods, Cook, Robinson, and the running game, would they even need Odell back with the Rams later in the season? So Odell is really a wait and see project with him coming off his injury right now. But I like his passion. I know he's gonna be dedicated to come back and prove himself to teams. So, but right now it's just impossible for him to do that because he's nursing a
Coach.
Rev, I'm just gonna have a bone to pick with Red because Red took every word I was just about to say out of my mouth and put it in Peter's, so I have nothing.
All right, Red.
He said it. He said everything I was gonna say, and that's exactly right. And there's no disagreement.
All right. Next time, I should have saved the part about his son for you, Coach. My bad.
I mean, you got Allen Robinson, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, all those guys. They'll say he's gonna work to fit in, but you hurt, dog. It's gonna be tough on him.
Well, if I were in the Rams' shoes, I would sign Odell for a very generous contract in terms of generous, where he's sacrificing. And therefore, I would make it very incentive laden and basically let him reach certain benchmarks for him to get paid this coming year. He did help them win a Super Bowl. He was very instrumental in that playoff run. He was on his road to be in the Super Bowl MVP had he not gotten hurt. Yep. So I think that should give him some good. They should operate with him or negotiate with him in good faith. Give him a couple of million, make it incentive laden, they can get up to $6 million, especially if he's gonna be hurt. So that's what I would do. I would keep him around. Go ahead, Rick.
Oh, we forgot about Van. See, Coach, forgot about Van Jefferson. You could have said that. I didn't say Van.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rams are stacked, man. Odell may have to come to Green Bay, real.
Yeah, there's a possibility. There's definitely a possibility. Jerome said at this point, there's needs made of Lego pieces. You can't trust paying the real money right now. Don't take your contract money in Bitcoin either.
Oh my God.
Feeling himself right now, he needs to sit back there and chill. Be ready for another run with your Super Bowl team.
Well, he's a free agent, so he don't have a team, but he'll be ready for another run.
Real quick, this sister Williams Von Miller just signed with the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, I forgot about that one. Oh man, where did that come from? How old is this guy?
These guys want to all come over to the AFC and sign. Go somewhere else.
And that joke is, I don't know if he's going to live out those 6 years that he signed for, but that was
for real. 6 years? Ain't he in his mid-30s?
Yeah. That was clearly, to do some salary cap.
Yeah, there's some salary cap relief or something. Yeah. He may not even, I wouldn't be surprised if the last 4 or 5 years of that deal is voidable.
Yeah, somebody
all the money are pushed up on the front end of that deal.
Yeah.
Somebody need to take a look at that, Freddie Freeman. You ain't gonna live out your 5-6 years in LA doing quality baseball. Come on, Freddie.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
All Freddie, right. I'm gonna see Freddie 10 straight strikeouts when we play the Dodgers. Oh, my bad.
All right, gentlemen. Let's go on to these two hot topics, man. Deshaun Watson fiasco. Yeah. This was like a reality football TV show. The week started out, you had Cleveland, Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans as the main teams that Deshaun Watson would agree to waive his no trade clause. Then we see that he told Carolina they were out. Then he told Cleveland they were out. And then it was down to allegedly the Falcons, who went as far as delay Matt Ryan's contract roster bonus. Then you had the Saints, who were still available, and it was supposed to be, at the end of the day, a choice between NFC South rivals. Then the breaking news came down on yesterday afternoon that some way, somehow, the Cleveland Browns, just like the movie Draft Day, came out of nowhere and they signed or trade for Deshaun Watson. They gave up 3 first-round draft picks and a couple other picks that were in later rounds. So with that being said, the fiasco has been talked about. Red, you came out of your hat and your do-rag. So you ready to
Oh my God.
And I know it's more than just to show us your fresh cut. I know it's more than that. So,
Yeah.
so what do you have to say about Brother Deshaun? We'll put you on solo screen so you can have a few moments.
Well, brother Deshaun, believe it or not, I'm really not that upset with you. Okay, I mean, you nothing but what I accuse most athletes of being, nothing but a greedy little businessman. You going where the most money is, and that's exactly what happened. Cleveland, you had the teams you wanted to go to, and at the last minute, Cleveland come crawling back with I guess, the most money you've ever heard or even thought about in your life. 5 years, 230 million. And boy, Deshaun said, what? He saw dollar signs in his eyes, dollar signs in his tongue, all over his wall. Hey, I can't be mad at the man. 5 years, 230 million guaranteed. You got to take that, man. Arthur Blank wasn't offering you that. The Saints weren't offering you that. I don't think Carolina was offering you that. If that's the best deal you got, you had to take it. Now, what really upsetted me and what really just made me laugh completely is these silly Falcon fans. And it's like they completely go brain dead. Falcon fans, do you not remember who your team is? You are the Atlanta Falcons. I try and tell you guys, until something is confirmed, don't run with it. Now, you should have took the lead from me. If you didn't see me posting that much about, oh, it's a done deal, it's confirmed, guarantees coming here, why would you post it? Don't you know I'm gonna tell you if something guaranteed or a done deal? I got all the inside credible sources, unlike delusional Falcon fans who just go to any little Tom, Johnny, little Mike football fake site they see and post everything they want to on the site. You should have seen folks I ain't heard from. Folks that ain't never talked about the Falcons, just posting all this Deshaun Watson stuff, and it's all wrong. All of you guys were all wrong. I told you were wrong. I told you stop jumping the cart. Wait for confirmation. Ain't nothing guaranteed. This guy can change his mind at any minute. Not that I believe that we were the #1 team from the get-go. He used us like a lot of athletes do. You use one team to drive the price up with another team. I knew something was fishy when he called us out the blue. Well, how many athletes just call the Falcons out the blue and say, hey, man, I want to come play for you? That right there seemed kind of weird and fishy from the beginning. But I said, okay, well, let me see how this story gonna play out. I just really wanted to see how this story gonna play out. And I'm not gonna lie, Reverend Coach, I'm not surprised at nothing how this played out. Deshaun used us. He used the Saints to draw up the market price, the asking price from Cleveland. Honestly, Cleveland is the best situation for him. If he's trying to win now, really, Cleveland is the best team to go to. They are really ready to win right now. They got the best O-line. They got the best running game. They got the best defense. And they got the best salary cap situation. So, personally, Deshaun made the right deal. So, it ain't no point of Falcon fans being mad with Deshaun. be mad with yourself for believing the hype, for jumping the gun, believing that you got a team worthy of somebody coming here. No, you don't have that type of team. You got to build that type of team. So stop thinking you're going to have this quick turnaround from Matt Ryan. You're not. You're going to have to earn this turnaround from Matt Ryan. We're going to have to get rid of him, and we're going to have to build this thing up through the draft, okay? So it was a nice little dream. It sounded good, but Deshaun, you never fooled me for a second, man. Ain't nobody calling my team out the blue. Out of all the teams that's interested in you, you gonna decide to call the Falcons. You gonna decide to enter the Falcons into your little sweepstakes. The Falcons, who ain't got no real talent on offense besides Kyle Pitts, who ain't got no talent on defense, who ain't really got no respectable coaching staff. You got an okay owner, but really, no salary cap situation is the Pitts. So really, I didn't see any positives for Deshaun Watson coming here, except Deshaun Watson coming here. That was the only positive out of the whole situation. But he realized the truth. Everybody else now realized the truth, that the Falcons, we are not that team, everybody. And we got lots of work to do before any of these top-notch NFL players believe we are a worthy team to come to, okay? So it sounded good, but let's get back to reality, okay? Deshaun is with Cleveland in the AFC, okay? We are the Atlanta Falcons, and we need to start acting like it. We got a sorry quarterback who we need to get rid of. We got a non-existent defense. We got a coaching staff we still trying to figure out, and we got lots of holes that need to be filled, okay? So giving up 3 first-round draft picks and money and all kind of other talent, AJ Terrell or whatever it was going to take to get Deshaun, was not the move to make. You know it, and I know it. That would have killed this franchise for years to come. Deshaun would have been asking out in a year or two had we done that. So let's be thankful that sometimes the best move is no move.
Okay. Coach, what you got to say about it?
Oh, my bad, Coach. I steal your thunder again.
No, I'm like, how do you follow that? But basically, you know, you look at Deshaun Watson. One thing about it that people seem to keep forgetting, Deshaun gonna have to sit out some games this year because he's gonna be suspended. Don't know how many. So this is not gonna be an instant fix. And then you go into next year, there's no guarantee that some of the players gonna be there next year. Now, there's no argument that Deshaun's a talent. He's better than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL now, but he's gonna be out. And Cleveland made a good move, but the losing all this, of course, everybody knows, is one Baker Mayfield, who had more commercials than wins, more progressive commercials than wins in Cleveland. Then he comes up there, I want out. So Baker, you about to leave now? Who gonna pick you up? That's a different story because you are not that good a quarterback, in my opinion. You average, you so. You could be a good backup, I guess, but nobody's going to really look to pick you up. So you want out of Cleveland, the door just opened. You can walk right out. Now, one thing, they're not going to let you back in the stadium no more to do your commercials. So when you go, you go. Overall, Atlanta and the Saints, notice the Saints are not really, you don't hear a lot from their camp because they realize, okay, we still got a chance to get Jameis Winston back. So they're not saying a whole lot. They keep it clear. The Falcons fans are upset. Saints fans not saying too much. So, Deshaun Watson, you going to Cleveland, you do realize that there's some pretty good defenses in the AFC North, son. So you ain't running to something where you just going to automatically just win. You're going to run into some defense in the AFC North, my friend, whenever you come. So, good deal for Cleveland. When it's going to start paying off, we have to wait to see.
Man, it's interesting. Definitely, you can't fault Deshaun Watson for taking the money. I mean, no other team, inclusive of the Falcons and Saints, were offering that kind of guaranteed money. I think most of the franchises that were in the initial sweepstakes, they were looking at him finishing up his current contract. They weren't thinking about an extension and definitely weren't thinking about guaranteed money. The Cleveland Browns, they had room to do what needed to be done. It also helped that they had a quarterback that's on his rookie contract that they could possibly trade and get some type of value for him because his contract won't be too much of a strain on a particular team. So it's going to be interesting to see where Baker Mayfield winds up going. In terms of Atlanta Falcons, if I'm the Atlanta Falcons, since you expressed an interest to trade Matt Ryan, even though you didn't get Deshaun, go ahead on and try to pull the trigger with the Colts. The Colts are in need of a quarterback. We can find another quarterback to lose with this year who's not going to make the playoffs. So no need to keep somebody.
Malik Willis.
Well, we can get somebody. We can trade for somebody to get somebody to get somebody who get behind center who will not get us to the playoffs. We already have enough data to know what Matt Ryan is going to do. He's going to win 6 or 7 games, and we're not going to the playoffs. Go ahead on. Move him out the way. They have, according to draft scouts, 4 different quarterbacks, inclusive of the quarterback Stroud in Ohio State. You got the Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, who are all scheduled next year to be top 5 picks. Trade Matt Ryan so he won't give you those 6, 7 wins. So you can be around the 3-win, 4-win category and position yourself for one of those quarterbacks that will be coming out next year. Go ahead, Red.
Now, here's the question. Now, next year is going to be Arthur Smith's 3rd year. Now, I'm just wondering, how much time is this regime going to get before they moved out the door and we be ready to start over with the new quarterback with a whole new team? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think Arthur Smith's time clock is going to start until they get the new quarterback.
Oh, you think? Okay. Well, if that's how it's going to go. Yeah, now, you're right. It shouldn't because, I mean, if you really hired him for his offensive prowess, you got to let him get a quarterback. And then let's see how he does with building with the quarterback.
Right.
That's why I say they probably need to get him this year. I definitely look at Malik Willis this year. But if you don't fit your scheme now, don't force him into nothing. But if you think you can work with him, draft him.
Yeah, I just don't know if Malik Willis is that dude to be drafted that high.
You mean at number 8?
Yeah, number 8. I mean, if you need a quarterback and you think Malik Willis is that dude, then you're trying to move up the draft pecking order because he would be then the only quarterback that's really in this draft that's draftable in the 1st round. I've seen some mock drafts where he can even go to the 2nd round. So that means that people have not given him the greatest grade. You know, think about we had 4 or 5 first-round quarterbacks last year. And this year, you know, Malik Willis is basically the only guy. He really
you got Pickett and Corral.
Well, Corral messed himself up when he got hurt. So he's probably 2nd, 3rd round guy now. And then everybody's not sold on Pickett. I've heard
small hands.
Yeah, go down to the 2nd round. So I think I really think that the Falcons might do well to get, you know, somebody as a stopgap option who can help them lose enough games this year to be a better.
Why didn't make a run for Tyrod Taylor?
I'll keep Matt Ryan.
Oh, Tyrod. Oh, sorry, Tyrod. I was trying to give you a little love.
We've seen experiments with Brother Tyrod. And, you know, I love brothers getting a job, but we can find some better options. All right, man. Well, okay, Jerome, I hope Brian gets to the coach where he can have a real O-line, defense, running back, and wide receivers that man would ball out. Jerome, we have data when he had an O-line, when he had a defense, when he had wide receivers and a decent running back, he fell short. Super Bowl, he had a real defense. holding the team with Tom Brady to 9 points in 3 quarters. And they scored 7 points of the 28 points that the Falcons scored in the Super Bowl. That's more than enough, brother. The following year, the defense holds the Philadelphia Eagles to 15 points for the entire game. The Falcons offense only scores 10 points. Stop making all these doggone excuses, man. I mean, goodness gracious. Like, y'all are starting to tick me off even more because it's making me feel like y'all don't have color TVs. You're still watching these games in black and white. Because when he had a good team, he choked. Not 1 time, not 2 times. He choked against the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game. He choked against the Cowboys and the Bears in back-to-back weeks, which sealed the fate of Dan Quinn. I mean, come on, man. Will y'all stop this foolishness? I mean, goodness gracious, he has a history. A man who's played for one franchise in 14 years, 4 playoff wins. Matt Stafford, who had not won a playoff game, equaled his playoff total in 1 Super Bowl run. And he eclipsed it because he got a ring and Matt Ryan doesn't. I mean, has Matt Ryan paid y'all or something? Is this sickening?
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Look.
Are you kidding? There is no other place that he could play. He is from downtown Pennsylvania, which is about 10 minutes from where I live now.
Uh-huh.
They don't even want him.
Oh.
The Eagles fans will say whenever the Eagles play the Falcons, we should be the favorite because y'all got Matt Ryan.
He won last 14 seasons in Philly.
Absolutely. Look here. Carson Wentz was the reason why the Eagles were in position to win that Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. When Carson Wentz got hurt, they were winning. They were in first place in the NFC. And
MVP candidate.
Hold on. They were going to win. They were going to be first place. So they played all their games at home. That man comes back, not the same. They usher this man out of here. They didn't waste no time. Arguably, he had a season just as good as Matt Ryan's MVP season. And he would have won the MVP had he not gotten hurt. And he got hurt making a hustle play, scoring a touchdown, running the ball in the end zone. And they ushered that man out of here.
Exactly.
In Philadelphia and in Pennsylvania would not allow an underachieving quarterback for 14 years to get away with only winning 4 playoff games. But in Atlanta, that's the greatest play to play if you're a superstar, because you ain't got to lose no sleep at night because you got all these clowns sitting up here talking about he ain't got an offensive line. He don't have a defense. When he had a defense, what did he do?
Nothing.
Nothing. When he had wide receivers, what did he do? Nothing. When he had a running back, what did he do? Nothing.
When he had an offensive line and red. That'd be so funny. And I put up, remember that post I made this week about Matt Ryan being in 14 years with no real accomplishment. And what kind of answer did I get? Fools coming on my page talking about, well, he the best quarterback Falcons ever had. Oh, he won an MVP. What is an MVP a Super Bowl ring? Is that a Super Bowl trophy? Am I supposed to go out to my friends all over the country when they talking to me about their teams winning? Am I supposed to say, oh, well, my quarterback got an MVP? Whoa, is Eric Ross going to accept the MVP when I'm going back and forth with him about his Dolphins? Is the MVP going to save me when I'm going back and forth with my Niners fans or my Steelers fans or my Cow? Is Matt Ryan's one MVP garnered by Kyle Shanahan? Is that supposed to save people? Is Matt Ryan being the best quarterback the Falcons ever had? Is that supposed to save me in a conversation when folks are laughing at me about my quarterback? Because let me know Falcons fans, please, you delusional mofos, let me know what in the world is supposed to save me, because you say they say kids say the darndest things. No, Falcons fans say the darndest things. He the best quarterback we ever had. You got to give your props, Red. Well, he ain't all that. I'm ready to move on, but you gotta respect the Red. He the best we ever had. What does that mean? What does that mean? Nothing. He ain't won nothing in Atlanta. No rings, nothing. No rings, no respect. Coach is a Steelers fan. His Steelers got 6 rings. Coach, can you imagine somebody coming up to you saying, well, Bradshaw and Big Ben, they the best you ever had? They ain't won nothing. It's about winning in Pittsburgh. And the fact that the Falcon fan base don't understand why people don't respect us, it ain't about winning down here. It's about stats. It's about being the best you ever had, and it's about being the best of a nobody in a whole franchise full of nobodies. What was that phrase in Goodfellas, Coach? He's a best nobody in a group full of nobodies. That's what Matt Ryan is. He's the best nobody in a whole group full of nobodies. Okay, so congratulations, Falcon fans. That's what you got in your 14-year veteran. You got the best nobody in a group full of nobodies. Vic, Matowski, Chris Miller, all the quarterbacks. All of them nobody. But Matt Ryan is the best nobody. So congratulations. Matt Ryan is the best nobody. Now, can we please get that nobody out of here so we can freaking win?
Hey, man, that's a classic quote. And you use that in context. I mean, I have to applaud you the way you just used that. The best nobody. We'll say it one more time.
The best nobody in a group full of nobodies.
In a group full of nobodies. That is perfectly stated when you talk Atlanta Falcons, because it blows my mind when people say he's the best quarterback ever in Falcons history. And it just so happens we have no quarterback who's currently in the Hall of Fame. So that's impressive. That's impressive. And then no quarterback who's ever won a ring for the franchise. I mean, that just makes it just shows you how mediocrity reigns supreme in Atlanta, where they would use that as a discussion piece, that he's the best quarterback ever to play. It is just absolutely insane. And that's part of the reason why I had to move some of my loyalty away from the Falcons. Now, Red, you grew up in Atlanta. You were born in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I inherited Atlanta. I moved there when I was 12. So I don't bleed red and black. My allegiance is based on when the team makes solid moves. When you start doing stupid things, such as, you remember, I was the first person to say, don't you dare sign Matt Ryan to that contract. I was the first person that you remember, even when it's still decent, to say, don't sign him because he can't live up to the contract. Yeah. And to see, I didn't mean to be a football prophet, but my prophecy has come true, because the team has not won, using the words of my former head basketball coach at Mays High School, nothing since Matt Ryan has been making $30 million, and they will win nothing going into year 4, coming into this year. So,
and made the playoffs. Hadn't made the playoffs since he signed.
Hadn't sniffed the playoffs. And could you make the playoffs this year, and you had 7 teams to qualify this year?
I mean, how you supposed to defend? I just don't understand. How are you defending this guy? You see Coach squirm. Every time you mention the guy coming to Pittsburgh, Coach say, please, please, no. I understand, Coach. Man, how? And look, Jerome, we're not picking on you. We're not. Dennis, you too. Look, I try and respect you guys' football knowledge, and I try to respect a lot of you Falcon fans out there, football knowledge. But when you start defending Matt Ryan, you can't get mad at me and Rev when we start looking at you like you crazy. Like, what in the world are you defending? Like this guy was asking on my page the other day. He say, Matt Ryan. He say, I'm cheering for Matt Ryan. I'm like, well, what are you cheering for? He couldn't even tell me. Like, what are you cheering for?
But the other one that gets me is Matt Ryan is not the biggest problem on the Falcons. Yes, he is, because he's making the most money and does not live up to the money that he's getting paid to do.
If you got a solid quarterback, you got a big problem.
He's the biggest problem. That you paying him that kind of money, that means you can't fill out the rest of the roster with folk who can pick up his slack.
You're right.
Hey, Red, you said it though. You said it just like the old wrestler Jerry Lawler said. Matt Ryan is the biggest example of nothing since the invention of the zero. That's
exactly. I love it.
That's it right there.
I love it. We're gonna pause right there, man. Let's go and talk Tom Brady right quick so we can end this thing.
You got some comments.
Well, I think I put him up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I put him up on that.
Okay.
Tom Brady returns, man. Tom Brady, go away, please. Just go away, man. This is just sickening. Some people say that this was a ploy initially for him to be able to retire and go to San Francisco 49ers, but the 49ers didn't want him. So now that fueled him to go back to Tampa Bay. I think this is sickening. Tom Brady is the epitome of narcissism. You know, don't try to paint this big, great picture of just this congenial and solid guy. This is narcissism on steroids. That's my opinion. Y'all go with it. What's your thoughts?
It's real simple. You can say about Tom Brady, and let me see. Five words, and it'll be in everything. Tom Brady is stat padding. That's all he's doing. He's stat padding. What? I mean, you won 7 Super Bowls. You done everything you can do as a player. What do you need to do now? What are you there for? Talking about, I miss the camaraderie of the team, and I just don't want to leave them right now. Shut up. I don't want to hear that. I miss the atmosphere. Shut up. You can be an analyst. I miss being around the guys. Shut up. You don't miss none of you. I mean, you coming back. What are you gonna do? And when you don't win the Super Bowl, which I don't think you are, what are you gonna say then? What can you tell everybody this year? It's just like Jordan coming back with Washington Wizards. Why? What you can't get them to the Super Bowl, to the championship? Why? What are you there for? You ain't the $6 million man.
Right. Red, what's your thoughts?
Like I say, I'm just a Brady one. I like everybody else. He made the announcement. Maybe he should have waited to make the announcement. If you just gonna make the announcement, then a month later come back and say, "Well, I'm coming back." No, we ain't trying to go through the whole Brett Favre thing again. Make a decision. Either you're in or you're out. And like I say, it's really nothing left for you to do. I mean, you trying to win another Super Bowl? I mean, good Lord. Let somebody else win. I mean, you got 7 rings, Brady. Being a little greedy now. But, I understand why, Coach. I mean, you look at the division, you be like, man, I can win another division, NFC South division easily and make another run. But I think, like everybody else, I'm kind of braided out too, man. I'm ready for a new era to begin. But hey, it's his call, Like I say, I'm a little disappointed in Giselle. I mean, I thought you could keep Brady's interest tied up a little longer than just 40 days. Good Lord, are you that boring, Giselle? No, I'll just play it. But I ain't really like that. I know you cool, Giselle. I'm just saying, Brady really just want to play. That's what I'm taking it down to. But like I say, I'm like everybody else. I'm braided out too. I hope he come back this year, realize it was a mistake, and eventually retire for good. That's what I'm hoping.
It's almost
Rev,
go ahead.
I want to cut you off, Rev. But I think just like Red said, he realized all the good quarterbacks are gone. Drew Brees, Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, all of them are gone.
And then he got Aaron Rodgers. He defeated Aaron Rodgers, so he's just looking at him and Aaron Rodgers because all the QBs now are in the AFC. They're loaded with quarterbacks. You know, you don't have to deal with Russell Wilson. He's in the AFC now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I say easy.
Yeah, Aaron. I mean, and he ain't losing no sleep over playing against Matt Ryan. Here you go.
I doubt anybody ever lose sleep over that.
You got Matt Ryan in his division. The Saints got Jameis Winston probably, and then the Panthers still got Sam Darnold. I mean, you might as well sign him up for the championship right now. I think he just should have waited, you know, before making this announcement. You know,
wait a minute, Rick. What? Haters gonna hate? Man, get out this program there. Haters gonna hate. What? You gotta be kidding me.
It's not about. Let me get this correct, Jerome. It's not about hating his ability. It's not hating his productivity. Nobody can argue he can still play the game. It's about if you're gonna leave. You know, take some time. You know, if you still got that itch to play, wait. Nobody said the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't say you had till March 1st to make your announcement.
No.
I mean, they didn't say any of that. So the whole point is, man, if you're gonna go away, go away. Don't play this game because that's why folks got tired of Brett Favre. He did the same thing. Put your right foot in, put your left foot in. Oh my goodness. There you go.
Okay. Hair club for men. Why are you talking? You ain't one done at the barbershop either. Hair club for men. Now, you want to get down? Let's get down now. Yeah.
Boy, Jerome, coach was ready for you, boy.
Yeah.
You thought you were gonna sneak that one up in there, Jerome. He was ready for you. Good one, coach.
Come on, man. Come on, let's keep it a sports talk, not
For real.
Jonah, man.
That's how we got into it, Jerome. You go and get personal, man. Let's keep it sports related. Let's not get personal now.
Jerome. Come on, man. Come on, Jerome. But
Come on, man. Come on, Jerome.
Anyway, we're gonna keep it sports related. But that's the only thing that we're talking about, man. Nobody's saying I would take Tom Brady today in Atlanta over Matt Ryan any day.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Any day. I would do that anytime, any day. But, you know, just to sit up there and say I'm gone and then come back. Thank you, Jerome, for acknowledging your transgression. Your sin is not before you anymore. The Lord has created in you a clean heart and renewed in you a right spirit. There you go. Keep it sporty and funky, Romeo. Thank you. That's the word for today. All right, man. So we'll see.
You got to follow Vince's lead, Jerome. If he wouldn't go there, you can't go there.
Exactly. And Coach, that was a good comeback. And you just shut it down real quick. All right. With that being said, gentlemen, let's get ready to transition to the end of the show. You know how we do it. You have the right. So who has the right to do what, when, where, and how? Who wants at it first?
Okay. Braves, I can't wait till the season start and we get our championship rings. I can't wait to see all the players run out the dugout and put their rings on. I just love seeing teams win rings, especially when it's my team. But you have the right, when Freddie comes to town to play for the Dodgers, that you make him go inside the dugout in the closet and get his ring. I don't want to see it on TV. I don't want to see it televised. Okay, you made your bed. You made your decision. You want to go to the Dodgers. Well, we're not going to see you on TV getting your ring. So, Braves, you have the right to hide Freddie's championship ring and make him look for it himself when he comes to town. Where's my ring at? We don't care. You look for it yourself. It's in the dugout. It's in the clubhouse somewhere. Go find it, sucker.
Uh-oh. All right. Thank you, sir. Coach, who has the right to do what, when, where, and how?
North Carolina Tar Heels, you have a right to maintain what you're doing right now and move on to the next round. They are currently leading 40-26 at halftime. You have a right to continue to beat upset Baylor, who is the #1 seed, and make it easy on yourself going into the Sweet 16.
Oh, we heard you try to get that in there.
Coach is watching the game and doing the show.
You better hope they make the Elite Eight, Coach, with that cover now.
Well, Atlanta Falcons, using the words of the great Malcolm X.
No.
By any means necessary, you have the right to find a trade partner to get Matt Ryan quick, fast, in a hurry. And in the words of the late, great Joe Clark, you can do that expeditiously. All right?
I knew that was coming.
I'll take any team to take him off our hands. You know we don't want him.
No doubt about it. And Atlanta Hawks, you have the right to go fishing. Go Sixers, still upset. Hey, Jerome, your Sixers team got a great atmosphere, man. I love the atmosphere. I'll be going to more games in the future. Maybe not the rest of this season because I got a big schedule, but definitely I'll be going next year. My mother and I even talking about getting a season ticket package. So we're looking into it next year. UNC Baylor, 15, okay, 19 seconds in the first half. The Kentucky basketball fans have the right to put for sale. No doubt about it. Speak on it, mama. As they did, Tubby Smith only won one check. That's right. Be consistent, Kentucky fans.
They hadn't put the sale signs on Tubby's yard.
Yeah, they were serious, bro.
Now I believe that wholeheartedly too. Those are some really vicious fans in that area. Hey, Coach, that's up there in Boyd Crowder them town, ain't it? Kentucky.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, the gavel has been slammed by the VP. Episode 229 is in the books.
Man, this was a fire show right here.
Today, we look forward to being back next week, same time, 11 o'clock, for episode 230 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Peace and love, everybody. Enjoy March Madness. Watch your brackets. I didn't feel like one, so watch yours. And be back with us next week, 11 o'clock, next Saturday morning on the Red and Rev Sports Show Facebook page and YouTube channel. Be blessed, everybody. Thank you, Brother Jerome. Truly appreciate that. Take care. May the Lord bless y'all real good. And we are out of here.